You fall back into certain traps, and now you back doing what you told God you wouldn't do no more. You back needing a drink. Starts with a sip. Within a week, you're back drunk. God, I'm talking right up in here. Y'all looking at me like he don't know what I'm doing. No, I don't know everything, but you know what? God know. God know tonight. Well, Lord, if he say my thing, then I'll stop doing it. No, you best stop tonight and get yourself together. Folk do that in church. Well, Lord, I know you really talking to me. If he say something about pornography, oh God, yeah, Lord. Don't do that. Know tonight, whatever he dealing with you about, you got to get focused. See, when you get focused on the plan of God, you don't have time for certain silly things. Wait. You show me a man that's focused, I'll show you a man that ain't got time to be hanging with boys no more. Just not in my schedule. Certain things you need to get to the point where you let folks know I ain't got time for that. And listen to me, there are some things that at one time in your life, they were relevant. But as God revealed his plan to you, some things become irrelevant. That's no longer important to me. I no longer need that. I no longer have to be there. But when you're devoid of understanding, listen to me, the enemy will show up and he'll rob you of the plan that God got for you. Watch this. To be devoid means one thing, without possession of. I'm devoid of understanding. Pastor, I don't know what's going on in my life. I don't know where I'm headed. I don't know my purpose. I don't know my destiny. I don't know nothing. Listen to me tonight. That is a terrible place to be. Especially for a so-called adult. Therefore, in this church tonight, they've never heard a preacher tell them, whether they're a sinner or a saint, God has a plan for your life. He has a purpose for you, something for you to do. They've never been in the church, because if they're a sinner, every time you walk in the church, the goal of the preacher is to belittle you. Whoa. But at some point, somebody needs to reveal to you that God has a plan for your life outside of what you're currently doing right now. That ain't you. See, for too long, the enemy has taken folk gifts and talent and made them work against them. Some of the gifts that I'm using right now, I've always had. One thing a good pastor needs is the gift of persuasion. You know, reading some of you right now sitting there on the edge of your seat, tell my God got a plan for me, because I'm using my gift of persuasion to persuade you to trust God. Ooh, I'm talking tonight. I'm using that gift to persuade you. Don't go back to the club, child. Ain't nothing there. Come on in the house. I'm using this gift. I'm persuading you of better things. But guess what? Back when I was a sinner, I used this gift in an evil way. Use it to get young women to do things that I know they didn't really want to do. Persuading them to trust me. And I was the last person they needed to trust. Persuading parents that you can, yes, sir. No, we just going to the movies, sir. Yeah, I'll have her back for, we'll be back way for 12. Yeah, don't even. And in my mind, I'm thinking, we ain't going to no movie. If I have my way, using that gift. Come on, I could just think of a number of things where folk have used a gift in an evil way. That God wants them to use that gift in a good way. You can't tell me some of these dope dealers out here that's in charge of a number of people. They got leadership qualities. See, I told y'all couldn't handle it if I go there. You know, he's talking about a dope dealer got quiet. Yes, he has to. He getting the money in on time. Keeping up with supply demand. Get him good and saved. Boy, you got yourself a soldier now. I've seen women that no doubt had the gift of dancing. But you got to get them off that pole and get them in the house. No doubt that girl can dance, but she needs to start dancing for the glory of God. Y'all laughing, I'm dead serious. You got folk got the gift of being loyal, but they loyal to the wrong thing. They loyal to the wrong people. I'm teaching this thing tonight. You ain't ever saw a church person that was too loyal to the wrong church. Don't tell me you ain't ever seen a woman that was loyal to a man, but it's the wrong man, child. You too loyal to that fool. Tell your neighbor, when you're devoid of understanding, you chase things that's going to kill you. In a hurry to get that. But if you had understanding, you get away from him, girl. If you had understanding, you leave her alone, man. If you had understanding, you wouldn't get that loan. You wouldn't sign it with that interest rate. If you had understanding, you wouldn't sit up and listen to a preacher that just as crooked can be. But when you don't have understanding, remember again, I said when you devoid, basically three things. Either you hadn't been taught, either you were stripped of your understanding through trials, people, the devil, demons, or thirdly, you rejected it. It was coming, but you didn't receive. There's too many folks up in here struggling because you're rejecting understanding. I'm teaching the word. Look at Proverbs 10. Yes, I am. I'm teaching this word. You can't leave out of place of refuge noon talking about you ain't been taught. You a lie, you have been taught. You rejected what I said. You just came wanting to shout. And too many folk come into church with their own agenda. Well, I'll stay if he teaching on this, that. No, you don't know what you need. God know what you need. Proverbs 10:13. But a rod is for the back of him who is devoid of understanding. Tell you, when you're devoid of understanding, you're going to experience pain, heartache, headaches. Tell you, bottom line, according to this text, you're going to get a beating. Listen. There are folks here right now, life is beating you down. Why? You devoid of understanding. You're devoid of understanding. I'm not crazy. I know some folks, they just coming to play church. But there are folk here tonight, they serious about getting understanding. They serious about a preacher standing before them, showing them where they lack understanding and how it's costing them, and they want to quickly make some adjustments. Can I preach real tonight? Therefore, I've been preaching to in here for years. They ain't budging. Guess what? I won't be held accountable for their poverty. I done showed them a better way. I done told them what God's plan was for their life. Now, if they don't walk in that, you right, Deacon Mark, that's their fault. I mean, understand that. You come to church to get understanding. Matthew 6:33. We know it, but notice what it said. But seek ye first the kingdom of what? But seek ye first the kingdom of who? And his righteousness. Why? And all these things shall be added what? To you. Tell your neighbor, when you put God first and become a true worshiper or a true seeker, tell your neighbor, there are things already laid up just for you that he gonna add to you. He waiting to add it to you. You know, some of us ain't had certain stuff added to us. We ain't seeking the kingdom first. Some of you scroll in here late tonight like it ain't nothing. And I'm not talking about nobody came from work pressing, just couldn't be here. Some of you just scroll in here like you just going to Walmart. You know me, I preach it whether you get mad or happy. It amazes me how folk continue to put God last, but want a blessing. I mean, they want God to just do some great stuff. But when you look at their life, they ain't even got him first. You've been at home all day and late for Bible study. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I preach it straight. When you want God to move for you, really move for you, what did he tell him about the thoughts he had? He said, if you seek me, watch with all of your heart. God ain't obligated to do certain stuff for you until you seek him with everything you got. He give you a business so that you can put him first and you still got a mindset like you working for the man. It didn't say seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and if you work, some things coming. See, that's the reason I'm encouraged to put him first, because these are things that's coming to me that I didn't even have to work for. These are things that's coming because I got him first. When you see God with all of your heart, let me tell you something. It's going to cost you something. You are going to have to walk away from some things and some people in order to really put God first. I'm trying to close it, but I'm telling you, many of you want to put God first without sacrifice. Whenever you tell God, Lord, you coming first, God going to allow things to come. He going to try you to see if you meant what you said. A better job might come, but you know that better job will take you out of ministry. You ain't going to hear that. Not when you know God done really chose you to do ministry. Do you know how I got full time? I got full time by faith. When they finally did away with my job. And they said, now you got a job waiting on you, son. Matter of fact, you'll get a $4 increase. But you coming off of 7 to 3. And you going back on 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But you're going to get a $4 raise. You head seniority. All you got to do is go sign your name. I looked at that paper. I said, and then we done started the church. I said, how in the world am I going to have somebody else preaching on Sunday because I'm out here doing this? I said, oh, Lord. I said, God, you done moved before. I said, you'll move again. You'll open up something. Listen to me. Didn't that open up? I called Bishop. I said, look, this job done switched. Didn't that open up? I got to do something. Bishop said, I tell you what, go full time. See, you don't know the mindset of people. Some pastors go full time. Folk think we got him now, doggone. He ain't going to preach certain stuff. I'll stop giving up in there. Listen, I'm finna close. Went full time by faith. No insurance. Severine, some of you, I laugh at you when you talk about great things happening to you. You can't even put God first on a small level. Left that job, been doing good ever since. When you put him first, it's a sacrifice.